So you've been having a play with the beta of Gwent, the Witcher card game, for the past few days.
Yeah, no, I've played it about 3-4 hours worth of gameplay.
Okay, so you played Hearthstone quite a bit, and this is obviously what it's going to be compared to right from the off. And obviously, as well, you were a massive fan of The Witcher 3. So with those two things in mind, what did you make of Gwent?
It was fun. I think there's still a lot of content what we haven't seen, because it's a closed beta, like single-player campaign. So
what was in the beta?
Well, mainly just the multiplayer mode. I think you can unlock for ranks, but obviously I haven't got that far through yet.
Right, so the multiplayer, I suspect, is probably quite like Hearthstone, is it? There's matchmaking.
The matchmaking was very quick, actually, and it seemed to put me against even level people, because I mean, I won 5 out of 6 games I played in multiplayer mode, because I played a lot of AI practice as well. But I mean, in the multiplayer mode, I won 5 out of 6, so it was obviously doing it quite well.
Yeah, I mean, so matching you with people of similar skill levels, which is what you want, really. What was the tutorial like?
I think it was, in some respects, it was a bit slow. It would have been like, I would have preferred a bit more independence going through it. But that's maybe that's because I've played Gwent before.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this because of your level of experience?
Although there was a few new changes, and I felt maybe it could have just gave you that a bit quicker.
Right,
in my opinion.
But maybe something then they could look at adding in then is maybe they could ask you whether you've played Gwent in The Witcher 3 or whether you've played something like Hearthstone or whether you're coming to this completely new to card games, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, how does this differ to Gwent in The Witcher 3, or have they just lifted it out?
They've lifted the premise of it out, the 3 lanes and all that. But I mean, some of the abilities, like for Horn, which doubles the lane strength, instead of that, it just pluses 4. And I suppose because you're not going against AI, you're going against real people. We have to make it more, trying to think of the right word, less easy necessary to win easy sort of thing. So it's more
less cheap.
Yeah, less cheap. We've definitely made it less cheap and more, and
balanced.
More balanced.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few differences, especially with the spy cards as well, with an elf grade and stuff, and the healers and stuff. So there has been a lot of changes, but nothing too drastic.
Now, as I say, you've played The Witcher 3 inside and out. I've actually read all of the Witcher books. I'm seeing a lot of... I mean, Zoltan Jivet is a character from the book. I'm seeing a lot of things. I saw a reference to the Skytell as well. Is this something that's going to really reward fans of The Witcher 3 in terms of the references it makes?
I mean, just like in The Witcher 3 when you played Gwent, there's a lot of references to characters and clans and all that. So definitely, especially if you're in a book, you'd probably recognise more of the cards than I would from just playing The Witcher 3.
Possibly, yeah. And let's just explain this 3-lane system here, just in case someone hasn't played Gwent in The Witcher 3. So you basically have 3 classes. It's meant to replicate the classes on the battlefield. You got the soldiers up front with their swords, and you got some ranged people in the middle, and then you got the siege machinery at the back. And that basically affects what kind of cards you can play in each of those lanes, isn't it?
Well, the cards go in their lanes, but then there's weather cards, which put all the cards in each, like say from Snow one, would make the close combat cards all go down to 1 strength.
Right.
And then there's a Sun card, which would clear that. So say if you put a lot of cards in one lane, and your opponent has a weather card, they can completely turn the tide of a battle, because then all them cards in that one lane, apart from your gold cards, like Geralt, for example, would go down to 1 strength.
Right. I noticed at the beginning of the video, what we'll probably do is actually put a commentary-free gameplay video up as well, actually, so you can see it without us prattling over it. But at the beginning, you showed some of the microtransactions. What are these? Are these to basically buy cards?
Kegs of cards, yeah. You buy kegs, which
keg of cards.
Yeah, which have I think it was like 4 rare, like a certain amount of cards. One's always rare, sort of thing. Which you can earn. Like from playing, I earned enough to buy 1 keg.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think like 60 kegs or something, like £50 or something, or $50 or something. Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's of a similar level to games such as Hearthstone, and I think pretty much every game going now has. First of all, let me make sure I've got this assumption right. You don't buy particular cards. You buy, say, packs or kegs, as the game calls them, and it has random cards within.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So there's a bit of, I suppose, a bit of a gambling aspect to it, which is a bit of a hot topic at the moment, but we won't go into that here. Graphically, it looks, to my eye, similar to Hearthstone in terms of quality.
I would say, I only played Hearthstone on the mobile, so I'm not sure how it comes across on the PC, but this is absolutely stunning. I mean, for a card game anyway, it's beautiful graphics.
Yeah, pinch-out graphics, colourful. You played Gwent a lot in The Witcher 3. Does it look and play similarly to Gwent in The Witcher 3, or I mean, you mentioned that they've tried to balance it a bit. I mean, are there any other substantive?
Well, there's like a few there's a few new abilities, like a lot of the siege things with other cards can damage your opponent's cards, take off their attack, like you just saw there. what he did to my card.
But otherwise, it's the Gwent that you'll know and
there's-
love, or be indifferent about in The Witcher 3.
I would say definitely, yeah.
Now, you played this on the PC. It's also coming to the current consoles, PS4 and Xbox. I don't know if it's coming to Switch. I haven't heard about it coming to Android or iOS. Would this work on mobile format?
I think it would, because I think Hearthstone works the best on mobile format. So
Yeah.
I think, because I mean, I wouldn't sit down and play Hearthstone on a PC. Well, I played it a reasonable amount on
On the toilet.
yeah.
on a phone, on the toilet. What better way to spend 20 minutes to half an hour of your time? Has it got voice acting in? I mean, obviously this is something you'll be able to see for yourself when we post the gameplay footage up, but what's the voice acting like?
It's good. I think they've actually got Geralt's real voice when you play his card, and obviously each card you play, there's a little voice thing, or most of them anyway. And I think there's going to be single player campaigns that have voice acting for all your characters and stuff. We don't know too much about the single player.
The single player campaign, yeah. You've spoken about multiplayer, so what do we know about the single player campaign, and how is it going to affect the game?
We know it's roughly going to be about 10 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a few short. I mean, it's not one campaign. I think it's like shorter campaigns from what I read.
Right.
There's voice acting in a 2D map. I think it said to navigate, where you can find side quests and stuff as well.
Right. Now, obviously, this is beta, but has it got you excited for the main game?
To be honest, not really. I think the single player campaign could be the saviour of it. I think it works a lot better in The Witcher 3 because you were doing a quest, so as soon as you played a game of Gwent, Geralt would come out and say something, so it would feel like you're doing it for a reason.
Right, so one of the reasons then you played Gwent so much in The Witcher 3 was because of the ramifications it had in the world of The Witcher 3, whereas this, when you're just playing it for the sake of playing it, it doesn't therefore have quite the same pull.
Definitely, it'd be interesting to see the single player campaigns. I think that will be the saviour of this, to be honest.
So there you go, CD Projekt. You heard it here first. The one and only thing you need to do to Gwent the card game is make The Witcher 4 on the back of it and place this inside it.
Exactly, yeah.
Do let us know what you guys think, whether you're just watching this or whether you've actually played the beta yourself. Let us know in the comments below. Do please also hit the like and subscribe buttons. That really helps us out. Loads more at parallaxlive.com, including commentary-free footage, longer gameplay. We'll put up about half an hour or so of gameplay, I think. Thanks ever so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video.